Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Loki here, or you can just call me Lewis. Today I got a story for you guys. At the time I broke into Haunted Mill, and I'm not sure if it was really haunted. It seemed like that at the time, so let me just get into the story. Me and my two friends, Z and Jay, wanted to go and do some exploring because me and Jay started a YouTube a long time ago where we wanted to do ghost hunting. As corny as that sounds, we wanted to actually go into abandoned buildings that look scary and shit, and we wanted to record for a couple of hours, get pictures and stuff, and see if we can get any ghost activity. I even have an EMF reader that I still have to this day. There's a lot of mills in my city, okay? My city is actually very known for their mills. They're called textile mills, where you create clothing and stuff back in the day, and they're all closed down now. Most of them are abandoned in my city, and one of them that are abandoned are really abandoned, have holes in through the windows. Some of the windows are open, but like on the higher floor, so you can't just, like, it's not that easy to sneak in and stuff. And we thought, like, hey, no one ever goes around this thing, no cops are ever around this area, why don't we just sneak into this building? So the first thing we did was walk around the whole building, scale it, just look for any entrances that we could use, maybe a door or open window, something like that. There was nothing. There's no open windows on the ground level. The open windows were like on the third floor and above. There's like a couple stories. We went to the back and there was an opening in a fence. So we went into the fence, and then there was a couple of sheds that you can climb up with fire escapes. On top of the sheds, there's a bunch of windows. The first shed that we went on, there was some barbed wire. We had to go over that. After we went over the barbed wire, it was kind of raining the day before, so it was like a little bit soaked everywhere, so it was already as sketchy as could be. After getting on top of the first shed that we went to, I climb up and I see the first window, and the floor of this deck or the shed or whatever you want to call it is kind of wobbly since the building is really old. It had holes through it, so we were trying to get in as fast as possible, not even like stand on that, because we had 3 people with us, so we thought that shit would fall or break or something. So the first thing we did was try to open the windows. There's 3 windows as soon as you got up, and I opened them. I tried to open all 3 of them. They're all locked, and then I noticed the middle one has a lock thing. Like, the other ones were bolted shut, and then one of them wasn't bolted down, but it had a lock on the other side of the window. So what I did was grab my friend's pocket knife, and I smashed the window, the bottom of the window, and I reached my hand in and I unlocked the window. I opened it, we all crawled in, and the first thing you see is a big, wide open, just like room full of crap, like full of planks of wood. Looked like it was under construction or something, like they were trying to refurbish it, rebuild it, or start using the building again, and then just stopped in the middle of it. You walk down a little bit, and the first thing you see is a hallway that has a left and a right. The left is a dead end that has a couch and like an old ass fridge that we actually opened, and had a bunch of like old soda cans in it that weren't even open. To the right, there's a hallway that leads downstairs, and you can also just keep going straight in that floor. We went straight in the floor for a little bit. We circled the area. We were just looking around. Honestly, we kept hearing stuff, but it probably was just our imagination, or just because the building's really big and old. We heard a bunch of stuff moving and shifting, but we figured, hey, it was a windy day. Maybe one of the windows were open. It was just tipping over stuff. Now thinking back and looking back at it, it's just like that could have just been homeless people chilling in there the whole time. But I don't know, at the time it was really scary. After we circled the place once or twice on the floor that we were on, we went down the stairs I was telling you in the hallway, and the stairs were like so sketchy. It was like a dark ass room, so we all had our flashlights, and we really didn't want to go down here. As soon as we went down, we go to a right, and then all the floor in that room that we entered was all like caving in. Like every time you stepped on it, it would crack a lot. It would make a big squeaky sound. So we got out of that room as fast as possible. The room right next to it was probably one of the most creepiest things I've ever seen in my life. Honestly, I walked in, and you know those Jesus statues that he has like his hands next to his heart, and you could see his heart, and he's actually like pointing at it. We seen that, except the Jesus statue was all white, and it had blood coming out. Well, not blood, but it had red paint all down its face. Where the thorns were in his head in the statue, there was actually red paint coming all the way down, and it covered his face, and it was going down to his chest area. And there was barbed wire all over the statue. It said, "God is dead." It was like a little cardboard piece that was under the statue. We took a picture of that. I think we still have the pictures. If my friend Jay has the picture still, maybe I'll just post them on Twitter. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter right now at @MutinyLowKey. Promise you won't regret it. So after seeing that, we just kept walking. After walking around that floor for a little bit, we decided to go lower, and we went to the next floor. Not much was in that floor. A bunch of posters and advertising stuff that used to be on the side of the building, I guess, was in one of the rooms, and we were just looking at all of it. We can obviously tell that people were living there. There was clothes everywhere. There was bottles. There was a bunch of like beer bottles and alcohol bottles in that room with all the posters that I was talking about a second ago. There was a bunch of shit in there. I think people used to party in there. There was like an old radio, like a big ass radio, you know, the ones that you carried on your shoulder, like a boom box. Yeah, that's what it's called. It was in the back of the room, and it was dead. It didn't have any batteries. We tried to turn it on, but yeah, after just walking around a little while and freaking ourselves out and scaring each other, we basically didn't find anything, but we kept hearing noises. Like, we kept hearing people talking. Like, we thought it was talking, but every time we head to the area, it wouldn't go. And we'd always hear like footsteps either behind us or in front of us. I'm not sure if that was like that. Most likely it was just homeless people just walking in different floors of the building. Honestly, we were about to post it, but we were like, nah, I don't know if we still have the recording. Probably not, because I know my friend doesn't have the camera anymore. So I'm gonna ask him if he has any of that, and if you guys want to see it, go follow me on Twitter, Mutiny Loki. That was about it. We walked out, and then there was a police going down the street, and we freaked ourselves out thinking it was for us, but it wasn't, because they kept driving. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the story. If you guys did at any point in time, please leave a like, share this video with a friend that you think would enjoy it, subscribe for future content, and to become a part of the High Key Nation. Thank you guys so much for 250 subscribers already. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching once again. I've been Low Key, and I'm out. Peace.